We had the guys and the girls and the bars and, you know what I mean, and the bathhouses guys, you know. But that's why I talk. That's why I talk to everybody, because I want everybody to know that that moment of our life, and that's all of our lives, that was a very, very, very emotional, very, I can't even explain how it felt when you were gay. That one day you just might just drop. And the fright was so bad that we didn't know what to do. Bob and I had our parents alive. I got very ill in 1980, 84, and my parents, I know it, they all thought I had AIDS, because that's exactly what it was all about. Well, I didn't. And through the grace of God, I always say, you know, Bob and I are here, but we've lost some very dear friends. I have to talk about this because this is something that you have to talk about. This is something that in our people were dying. They were dying every single day. And that's something that when you live that moment, I will go to where I'm going with that feeling. But I want to say something to all my lesbian sisters, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. We were everywhere. We used to go to bars, clubs, whatever, Fire Island, we were everywhere. One day we went to San Francisco, where bars were always jam-packed, always jam-packed. Dancing, having a great time and all that. Especially one of them that was called the Elephant Walk. We went with another friend. And we were walking down the street. That was Christmas time. They always, at a bank, always put this 40-foot or 50-foot Christmas tree. And they always had stars and all that around it. We went to see the tree. It was just packed of all the guys who died. Packed. We walked through the bars, 3 or 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. But my lesbian lady friends, listen to this. We were walking down the street, and the guys had this thing called sarcoma, you know, and they were very thin, and they were just, it was bad. But who was pulling the wheelchair? The lesbians. And I talk a lot to people who are press people, or people now that we're having the Stonewall Veterans Museum in Miami, and I'm telling them, don't you forget that in history, that if it wasn't for the lesbians during the virus, these guys would have died in their apartments. They would have died, nobody would care. And we saw these ladies taking them, if they used to go to a bar or something like that, they take them, you know, they wouldn't go in and show them the bar, or, you know, bring them around or buy them something. They went into their apartments and they fed them and they clothed them and they did everything for them, which the hospitals didn't do. Use the expression, I'm a New Yorker, shit.
Tell it.
I'm going to tell you where it's at. My father was a minister, by the way.
Yeah, bring it up.
Let's get real. And I'm telling you what I felt, I'm feeling now, it's 50 years, and I'm up there a little bit. This is what I, as a Stonewall veteran who's alive, wants to say to all of you, that we have to stick together. We have to be with each other. We have to help each other. We can't use this stuff, well, you know, he, you know, her, you know, you can't do that. At the end of all that, seeing all that, I came back home. We sold our home in California. I went to New York and I found out the same thing, that the lesbians were the ones who were wheeling all the guys on wheelchairs, right? Then I came to Massachusetts, and I found out they were doing this in Provincetown. Puerto Rico, I'm Puerto Rican. You went to Puerto Rico, the same thing. The lesbians were the ones that were there for the guys when they were at their last leg. So, you know, I'm going to say something. Give me my hand.